Hi everybody, it's Cher, Grin and Grandma, and I have a few things to show you and a few things to talk to you about. Let's start out with a doll. And I'm normally not a doll fan. I'm not a doll fan at all, actually. But this, I think, is just really cute. She is dressed in, would you believe, real fur. At least that's what the net says. And you know that you can believe everything that you read on the net. But she is one of a series of international dolls, and she is called an Alaskan doll. So that tells me she was made before 1959 because Alaska became a state in 1959. And if she had been made after that, she wouldn't be an international doll, right? Maybe I should do some more study on her. Also, I've got quite a few things actually. I've got a little bitty cup and saucer. Today it would be called probably a Demitasse cup, but really cute. Here we go. The little cup, little saucer, and this is made in, see if I can get it here for you, Occupied Japan. Now, a lot of people don't know what Occupied Japan is, and let me tell you that it is actually a time in history. It was between 1945 and 1951, 1951, when the Western forces occupied Japan. And of course, Japan actually, how do I want to say, well, they surrendered. They surrendered in 1945 to the Allies, meaning the U.S., England or Great Britain, China, Russia, uh, or the Soviet Union. That's back when we all liked each other. How things change. But anyway, that's what occupied Japan means. If you see anything with the notation that it's occupied Japan, you know it's a time period, and that period is between 1945 and 1951. So, and also, last time I was talking to you, uh, I mentioned Flip, F-L-Y-P, and that's a habit, by the way, spelling everything so that everybody knows what I'm talking about, supposedly, when probably nobody really even cares. But anyway, FLYP, it's a free listing service. It's a cross-listing service, and it will, I guess, forever be free according to their website. But you can cross-list eBay, Facebook. I forgot Facebook's name. eBay, Facebook, uh, Mercari, Poshmark, and now you can add Etsy to that list. The last time I had mentioned that it said coming soon, Etsy, but nobody ever mentioned anything about it. Well, guess what? A couple days later they mentioned it. And so now you can include Etsy in that. I haven't really been using Etsy much. I did at one time, never was a big seller on that. Of course, I'm not a big seller on any online venue, as I've discussed with you before. But anyway, uh, I don't like that they charge 20 cents a listing. Yes, I'm cheap. I know I am cheap, but you know, that really adds up. And you have to pay like every 4 months, I think, or something like that, which is not expensive. It's just a pain to have to register 20 cents at a time every time in your checkbook every time you list something. So, but Etsy is now available on Flip, F-L-Y-P, and I do have a link to it down below this video. This, I think, is, well, it's a classic, of course. Everybody has seen the angel in back of the two children who are crossing this bridge. Now, this is, of course, it's not for food, but it's, I'm going to take a guess, maybe 7-8 inches, if that. And I don't know who made this, and I don't, because the back of it is all printed in German. And that tells me that it was made in Germany. I'm real smart that way. Figure that kind of thing out. But I guess I can use Google Lens to interpret all of this, which is probably what I'll do. None of this is listed yet, by the way. I'm just going to be listing it. I'm not yet in the process of it. These are items, by the way, that I've gotten out of one of our storage units. These, I think, came out of one of our storage units in Blountville, Tennessee, which isn't, well, we're in Blountville. It's not too far from here. But these are called plantation scenes. It's a set of 5. I know it shouldn't be a set of 5. It should be a set of 6 or 4. But it's a set of 4 with an extra. You can't really get much southern, more southern than this. Plantation scenes, and there's the ferry. Actually, they're calling it a boat race. And there's another one. Let's see if I can get it over here. These are all different, by the way. Plantation scenes. And this is called A Stroll in the Garden. Yeah, it certainly looks like New Orleans to me. What do you think? But I'm not too sure what. Now, I will be putting these online, but probably maybe for $15 to $20 for the set. For the 4 plus an extra. And I have, I have no idea what this is. I don't know if it's a little cup, if it's maybe a sugar bowl without a top on it, but again, research. This is a little blonde-headed lady, blonde-haired lady, and below it says, "You have big ears." And okay, so she does, but you know what? I just think that's unusual, because women usually don't say things like that to each other. Men, on the other hand, men just insult each other all the time, and they think it's funny, and they laugh it off. And, you know, if a woman looked at another woman and said, "Man, you've got big ears," you know, if it was me, I'd probably take off crying somewhere. But, you know, men will say things like, "Gee, you're getting really bald there, aren't you, fella?" Or, "You're putting on a lot of weight, aren't you?" And, you know, again, somebody said that to a woman, especially me, that I was putting on weight, whether I knew it or not, I would probably have to go on some kind of a crash diet for at least an hour or so. And this, I'm not too sure what I want to do with it. I think maybe it'll end up in one of the shops. And the shops, by the way, I've been telling you and showing you some of the shops that we're in, and in no way do I want to put those shops down, because the ones that we're in are actually the best ones in the area. Very reputable, and we normally do very well. So let's see if things pick up more, since we went in there and redid a lot of things, which helps a lot. But anyway, this is a little donkey, 1950s, pulling a cart. And I remember, I guess this is probably, um, I think probably this is a toothpick holder. Because I remember seeing a lot of these on kitchen tables in the 1950s and 60s. Are they worth a lot? I don't think so. Maybe $6, $7, if that. But anyway, it's something else. It's not a bolo, but it's just something I wanted to show you. This is an ashtray. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at this. It's heavy and it's blown glass because look, you can see the little, what do you call those? I can't think of it. When I get tired, I lose my vocabulary. I can't think of words. But anyway, someone has spilled some paint on it, but it will come off. I kind of scraped it a little bit with my fingernail, and it does come off very easily. But it's emerald green, and I just think it's gorgeous. But I would not, I don't smoke, but I wouldn't use it. If I did, I wouldn't use it as an ashtray. I think I'd probably put trinkets in it or something like that, or even jewelry. But isn't that pretty? And this will be going on online, probably around $15, something like that. Oh, I knew I had other things here. And this obviously is an oversized cup and hand painted, gold trimmed, not signed, but I think this is kind of cool. I think maybe it's, nah, I started to say that maybe somebody made this in a ceramics class, but no, I'm going to take that back because that writing is just a little too familiar to me. And I don't think that ceramics would have 24 or 18 karat gold paint for their students. Could be wrong, but that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm believing. Okay, one more thing. Two more things, and we're finished. This is a telephone, but it's not just any telephone. Besides being dirty, it needs to be cleaned. This doesn't work. It's never worked. How do I know this? It doesn't have any guts in it. And something has been cut here, but look at this cord. I guess maybe it did actually fit in here, but there's a special attachment or a little plastic thing that goes here and also goes at the end of this, and they're supposed to fit together. And then there's another cord that should be coming out that goes into the wall if this worked, which it doesn't. And I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, maybe it was supposed to work. It says that the housing conforms to such and such a drawing, New York Telephone Company, and there's a patent pending, made in Japan. This thing doesn't turn. Heck if I know. Anyway, let me know if you want it. I'll give you a cheap price. And other thing, glass is not real popular this time of year, but this is pretty. It's a covered dish. Again, can you see that? Isn't that pretty? An old tag is still on it, but it's crystal. unsigned. It does have the, like a daisy or floral design on the back that kind of, sort of, looks like a daisy against a starburst pattern or a sunburst pattern. But I know that's not what it is. And I don't know who makes it, but this is actually it could be used as a butter dish, or butter dish is what I'm thinking. A butter dish. Because, you know, butter wasn't always, before they started making the long rectangular pieces, wasn't always that shape. It used to be round. Like cheese, that's what I was trying to think of. It could be used for a cheese holder as well. A round block of cheese. So, anyway, that's it. So, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching. And if you like this type of video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment. I just really like your comments. And I do reply to all of them. I don't have that many to reply to, I've got to be honest. But anyway, I thank you so much. And I do appreciate you. And we'll see you later. Thanks again. Bye-bye.